Welcome back. Let's talk about one of the most intense matches of the tournament, Alex Eala against Elina Svitolina, quarterfinals of the WTA Open in Washington, D.C. This was not an easy opponent for our star Alex Eala. Elina Svitolina currently sits inside the top 10 in the world in the WTA women's singles ranking. On top of that, she was the number 2 seed here at the WTA Open, meaning she ranked second overall among the tournament's best players. Eala, meanwhile, entered this event unseeded. And here's what made it even more compelling. The number 1, number 3, and number 4 seeds were already through to the semifinals, waiting. Svitolina, as the number 2 seed, was widely expected to be the one completing that top 4 lineup. But Svitolina had a thorn in her side, and that thorn was Alex Eala. Unseeded or not, Eala proved that the small can still sting the big. Looking back at the head-to-head history between these two, they had faced each other once before, at the Berlin Open, and Eala won that match outright. It was a massive upset at the time, which meant Svitolina came into Washington absolutely determined to get her revenge. She did not get it. If anything, Eala's hunger against her only seemed to grow stronger. Eala punished Svitolina in this match, delivering one of the most dominant performances of the tournament. You could see the nerves plainly on the face of Svitolina's coach, watching from courtside. Meanwhile, the Filipino community in the crowd never let up. The spirit of the Pinoy fans was on full display. Let's break down every stretch of this match. The full game-by-game analysis of Alex Eala versus Elina Svitolina, quarterfinals. Set 1, the score sat at 40-30 mid-game, Svitolina serving. Eala took the return clean and, on the second shot, caught Svitolina completely off guard, redirecting the ball into the right corner of the court. It landed in, so tight it required a video review to confirm. Point, Eala. The very next point followed the same script. Fast, precise placement from Eala again. Left, then right, Eala kept moving Svitolina side to side until she had her fully out of position, forcing a netted return. Another point, Eala. But Svitolina had an answer of her own. She is known for her fast, powerful serve, and she used it here, firing an ace past Eala to level the game at 40-all. Eala recovered immediately. She took the next return clean and turned it straight into a point against Svitolina. 2 consecutive points off perfect returns followed, with Svitolina simply unable to keep pace with Eala's speed. That gave Eala the opening game of the set. Once again, a clean return from Eala, precise placement, another Svitolina error forced. And right after, yet another unforced error from Svitolina, again a direct result of Eala's sharp reception. Svitolina served once more. Eala answered with another outstanding return, fast, powerful, and clean. That return power forced Svitolina into another mistake, pushing Eala ahead 2-1. But Svitolina wasn't finished. She picked up a point of her own right after. Then came a long rally, and this is exactly where Eala's game comes alive. The longer the rally stretches, the more her strength shows. Ball after ball, left and right, until Svitolina was pulled so far off the court to her left she disappeared from the camera frame entirely, while Eala's shot stayed in. Eala capitalized on the opening, took control of the center of the court, and left Svitolina with nothing to do. An easy point, Eala. Svitolina served again, and again Eala handled it well. A clean return that turned into another point against Svitolina. They traded points from there, pushing game 5 to deuce. Once more, a clean return from Eala, and once more, an unforced error from Svitolina. Advantage Eala in game 5. Svitolina served again. Eala took the return, and in that exchange, Svitolina made another mistake, handing Eala the game. 3-2. Eala leading the first set. Game 6 became the turning point of the set. Eala's ball control here was outstanding, precise placement, chasing Svitolina all over the court, fully in command while Svitolina ran out of answers. That stretch pushed the score to 4-2. Moving forward, the score suddenly jumped to 30-love in Game 7. But Svitolina is not a player who goes down easily. She answered with a run of points, including a service ace against Eala. Then came 3 consecutive points from Svitolina. In another long rally, she found another point, taking full control of Game 7. 4-3. with Eala's lead down to a single point. Into Game 8, and Svitolina heated up here. 3 more consecutive points from her. Eala couldn't handle the sheer power Svitolina was producing, and the points kept slipping away, pushing the score to 40-love in Svitolina's favor. But this is also where the first set truly turned. Even facing 40-love, Eala refused to fold. She fired a service ace straight past Svitolina, then another, 2 consecutive aces in a row. Her serve had clearly taken a massive step forward. 2 aces against Svitolina in a row visibly frustrated her. She was sitting at 40 and still couldn't put the game away. Eala kept full control of the tempo and the placement. She kept Svitolina running, and in another long rally, Svitolina made another error, handing Eala the momentum and flipping the entire direction of Game 8. The frustration and disappointment on Svitolina's face were unmistakable. On the next Eala serve, Svitolina couldn't adjust in time. Once again, pinpoint placement, a cross-court attack to the right that pulled Svitolina left, before Eala redirected the very next shot back to the right. Svitolina had no chance to recover, and Eala took the entire Game 8 back. 5-3. Just 1 point away from the first set. The next game brought another intense, long rally between the two. And as always, when the rally stretches, that's Eala's territory. Svitolina tried to attack left, but the shot went out. Point Eala. Svitolina served again. Eala took the return, and her answering attack was too much for Svitolina to track down properly. Another point Eala. 2 consecutive points pushed the score to 40-love in Game 9, 1 point away from the set. Svitolina still managed to grab a point, but on the very next Eala return, Svitolina made another mistake. That was it. Eala had taken the first set. 6-3. An outstanding start to the match from Alex Eala. Now into the second set. Set 2 Eala came out firing, immediately taking a 2-0 lead against Svitolina. A sharp start to the second set. Her serve was clean. Svitolina got the return, but Eala instantly redirected the ball center left, forcing another Svitolina error. On the next serve, Svitolina got her racket on it again, but once more, the placement from Eala was too precise. A perfect cross-court hit, one Svitolina simply couldn't handle, forcing another mistake. Now it was Eala's turn to serve, and the improvement in her service game was on full display. Another ace against Svitolina. 3 consecutive points now in her favor. On the following serve, another sharp, well-placed shot pushed Svitolina to the left, and then a stunning serve from Eala to the right left Svitolina with absolutely nothing to do. 2-1. Game 3 of the second set, Eala. Game 4 belonged fully to Svitolina, a beautiful performance in the middle of the second set. She dominated this game and took control of the set's early rhythm, leveling the score at 2-2. For a moment, it looked like Svitolina might seize full control of the second set. That is not what happened. Eala rose again in Game 5, precise ball placement, cross-court shots, constantly forcing Svitolina to chase, until another rally broke down and Svitolina made another mistake. Svitolina did manage a point of her own, but a beautiful ace from Eala right after gave her the game outright. 3-2, second set. A gorgeous shot from Eala to the left threw Svitolina off balance completely, letting Eala seize control of the center of the court. The follow-up shot to the right left Svitolina with no answer at all. But Eala had her own slip-up in Game 6. Svitolina jumped ahead 40-15. Something worked in Eala's favor here too, though. A double fault from Svitolina on her own serve pulled the score back to 40-30. Svitolina served again. Beautiful reception from Eala, precise placement to the left once more, earned her another point, pulling the game back to deuce. Eala rising again. Svitolina served once more, and again Eala directed the ball to the right. A gorgeous placement that landed just inside the line against Svitolina. Svitolina tried to answer by going left, but her shot sailed out. The frustration on her face was obvious. Advantage Eala, once again in Game 6, and the second set leveled at 3-3. Into Game 7 of the second set, and an intense rally broke out immediately between the two. As always, the longer the rally runs, the stronger Eala becomes. Svitolina made a mistake. Point Eala. The rally stretched out again, and again. Eala's strength in long exchanges forced another Svitolina error. Sharp shots, precise placement, 2 consecutive points gave Eala the advantage in Game 7. On the very next serve, another service ace against Svitolina. A razor-sharp serve pushed Eala ahead 4-3 in the second set. Svitolina messed up Game 8 again, and the score leveled at 4-all. Every single point mattered enormously now. Both players needed just 2 more points to take the entire set. But the reality was simple. One more set win, and the whole match belonged to Eala. Beautiful start to Game 9 of the second set from Eala, 2 consecutive points secured. 2 errors from Svitolina, and on the second one, the disappointment on her face was unmistakable. Eala serving again. Another sharp serve directed left. Svitolina couldn't catch up to the speed and power of the shot, pushing the score to 40. 1 point away, Eala takes Game 9. On the next serve, Eala returned cleanly once more, and there it was again, another unforced error from Svitolina. That point made it 5-4, 1 point away from taking the entire second set. The pressure on Svitolina was immense now. They traded heavy shots in Game 10 of the second set. Svitolina attacked left, but unfortunately for her, the shot went out. Point Eala. Svitolina served again. Eala took the return and again tried an attack to the left, but for a second time, the shot went out. Svitolina did earn a point here too, controlling the center of the court with a precise shot of her own. Then came a long, incredibly intense rally between the two. And once again, as always, the longer the rally stretches, the more it favors Eala. A beautiful shot from Eala found the center of the court. Svitolina thought it would sail out, but it landed in. A hugely important point for Eala in Game 10. Svitolina refused to fold, though she strung together 2 consecutive points against Eala, pulling the score back to deuce. This was an enormously important stretch of Game 10. But on Svitolina's next serve, Eala took the return clean, and Svitolina made another mistake. Advantage, Eala in Game 10. 1 point away from the match. Svitolina served once more, and unfortunately for her, a double fault ended it right there. That gave Eala the win of the entire match. The second set closed at 6-4, and with that, Alex Eala officially secured the victory. She advances to the semifinals of the Mubadala Open. A truly dominant performance from Eala from start to finish, and she thoroughly dominated Svitolina in this match. So, what do you think of this performance from Eala? And what's your prediction for her semifinal matchup against Naomi Osaka? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's talk about it.